for auto trap. Yeah, that's fine. See this break for five. Is anybody writing for me tomorrow? No. Is anybody writing for me in the airport tomorrow? What's the ride situation? These cars, front bumper to back bumper, these cars remind me of it's like a smart car. I would have to wait there. How you doing out there?
Good. That's fine.
What's the matching green headphones?
Huh? They're cheap.
I'm here.
There's deals on green headphones. Did you know?
Alright, we call it back.
Alright, here we go.
I'd say 2 minutes. I was just making sure. I was just making sure we didn't.
We got about 1 minute left on break.
Cool. Good.
I think so. I'm waiting to unpause it until...
Hey guys, welcome back. This is the 3C, 10 button to the 3C, 10,000, 30,000, 60,000.
I've noticed everybody's a little bit more reserved, a little quieter early on. Because, you know how it feels with the cameras and the lights. And, it was a little warm when we walked in. I walked in, I said, we gotta turn the air down. That's always been my rule. I've been on this show now for 7 years. I would walk in and say, get that air conditioning turned down because these lights are hot. These guys are a little stressed out. They're nervous. And like you said, they played late into the night last night to the morning. Until I think 2 or 3 in the morning, get up today, do interviews, and now they're back. So,
and it doesn't look like we've seen any real significant pots yet. Kind of a feeling out process going on right now. And understandably, and given the prize jumps and given the stack sizes, you have coming in today, you had a 9 big blind stack, a 14 big blind stack, and an 18 big blind stack. And the ICM considerations here are rather significant for the players. And the stacks are so shallow, there's not a lot of 3-bet folding stacks out there. It's pretty much go with it or not go with it. And I'm going to go out on a limb and therefore say I don't think this is going to go into the middle of the night tonight.
Yeah,
James.
We'll see. You never can tell.
You never can tell.
Historically, actually the last couple of years on final tables, we've not had a short one in a very long time. Gives us plenty of time to talk, so we're here all day long. I want to give a shout out to our final table bubble player. That was Casey Carroll, nobody likes to finish 10th, so he may be unofficial final table. We talked about some notables that made the money. Bob Chow, like you said, 13th place. Mike Puccio in 20th. George Dietz, you know George pretty well.
I don't know George on a personal level. I certainly know of him and who he is. I'm incredibly respectful of what he's done in the world of poker, much of it behind the scenes. He's a tremendous local Chicago area poker player that's made at least one Heartland poker final table. Zalarani, another local standout, finishing 15th. Shiva's terrific. He finished 24th. He finished 30th. And Patty, she was a chip leader coming into day two, wasn't she?
She was, and I think she's hooked up with my friend Terry Ring over there in Durant, Iowa. She's one of his students. He's one hand at a time on the program that he does. But Shiva final table with you in Michigan, right? Shiva was at that final table. I think he finished there.
Which one?
No, that wasn't the one.
He wasn't the one I was at.
No, he final tabled in Michigan, I believe, after your event. I think it was after your event. But I know he has a final table. It wasn't the event that you won. I want to say it might have been Vegas, actually. I'll double check.
But the one thing, he's one of those weird, funny characters. You hear about him, oh, he's a mixed game guy. He's a mixed game guy. Every no-limit tournament, he goes deep. He's clearly doing something right.
Absolutely.
Steve Folds, is he here?
Yeah, Steve Folds is in the house.
He was a Reno winner, wasn't he?
I believe so, yeah, I believe so. You know what I love about the web stream here, Dave, is it's no editing. We're live here, and I want to thank Twitch for the stream here. I want to thank everybody for joining us, but no editing, no hole cards. It's just Dave and I, and I've got some other guests that will join us throughout the day. There's
Narco Cop, Mike Yonan, local Chicago player, on the button, and he's going to open.
Mike's a police officer.
He is indeed, hence the name Narco Cop.
Yeah, I was wondering as I looked at the notes when he said Narco Cop, I wasn't sure what he was talking about there. His plans for the prize money, buying a car for the wife. He's got 2 kids, Matthew and his wife.
He's a hard-working poker grinder. This will only be his second score on his Hendon page with more than a $1,000 buy-in. I mentioned those 2 big scores in a $300 buy-in tournament, a $200 buy-in tournament. $80,000 in those kind of tournaments combined is just amazing with 2 scores. And Mike Yonan would love to win the Heartland Poker Tour here, and it would make a massive difference in his poker career, getting him to the next level. He's on the forums, he puts in the time, he puts in the work, he grinds it out. We follow each other on Twitter, and I'm not ashamed to say of all the players at the final table, he's the one I'm rooting for today. And he's got 3-bet out of the big blind.
Robert raises 280, and that is a fold.
Yeah, Robert Edelstein, very well-respected local player.
Robert is here from Chicago, 300,000 in total career winnings. Only 1 bullet. His plans for the prize money, dog treats. I'm reading it right off the thing here, so he's buying some dog treats. That's a new one for me. I've never seen that on the old player profile.
That's a new one for me. Robert's the only player of the final 9 ranked in the top 1,000 in the Global Poker Index. 927 for Robert Edelstein, and this is his second HPT cash. Steve's getting short, and he's got to do something soon with that sub 10 big blind stack. And I think a lot of the other players are waiting for Steve and a couple of the other short stacks to make a move.
Steve's oldest son was serving in the Army and getting married. Steve, the Army hat and shirt on. I want to thank all of the folks that help us out in the servicing team. I want to thank all of you for joining us here. I want to remind you that Amanda Leatherman is with us.
Hello.
Sideline dude. Yeah, it was great to have Amanda on this. The first time I've ever got a chance to hang out with her. And when I first saw her, I said, all right, she's sideline report. Well, I got to know her. She's great.
Fun.
A lot of fun. She does a great job. Here with the HPT, we're going to have her on the web stream too. So I've got about 8 guests booked. I hope that the table does go long enough where I can get everybody in. But Dave, I want to thank you for joining us to keep things started. You're bringing something. You did your notes. you're all ready to go. This is kind of nice.
You know something? I'm not going to lie, James. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I mean, and everybody, you know, I'm a little bit of a poker nerd. I watch a lot of the EPT webcasts. I watch a lot of the other live streams. And you're sitting home thinking, you know, I can do this too. And having had some TV experience in the world of horse racing, you know, I would think that there is a little bit of a correlation. And I appreciate the invite today, and I hope I completely don't scare away all the listeners and the viewers.
Just get him warmed up for Robert Williamson III later. We'll have some good lunch.
He was fun last night.
Yeah.
That was a different experience, you know, sitting with you and Robert while you're talking about me on TV.
It was the first time in all my years that we've sat, we got the crew together here in East Chicago, went downstairs to the stadium bar here at the property, and the show comes on, probably in my mind, the greatest affiliate that we have in the country, Comcast Sports Net Chicago. I want to thank God and all the people over there for their distribution. 9 o'clock on Sunday nights, you can't ask for a better time for a poker TV show. But it was great to have you there, and we all sat and watched it and had the TV cranked up.
Got a heck of a crew out there. Fritz was in the house. Robert Williamson, Madsen was hanging around.
Yeah.
East Coast Rossi showed up.
East Coast was there. Yeah, he even picked up the food tab. I thought that was pretty cool. Well,
He's good at that.
Yeah,
he is good at that.
A lot of money up for grabs. Do you think about the cash? Is that something that, I mean, obviously you do, but you got to put that out of your mind, don't you, Dave?
You think about doing the right, you know, just making the right play.
Sure.
Interesting flop here, all diamonds, monochromatic flop, and oftentimes on these flops, the most aggressive player will, I mean, you can say that about a lot of flops, but these flops especially, a lot of people tend to be scared of all one-suit flops, and it's hard to put. On the other hand, it's hard to either call bets if you don't have the ace or king of diamonds, or you don't have a set or something like that.
Sure.
I think this is a good lead by Mike right here.
You know, poker it's a great game, but you go through the qualifier, you go through day 1, day 2. One little mistake, Dave, and you're out of here. You only get one mistake sometimes. You know, it's
a beauty of no limit hold'em, especially in a tournament. You can do all the right things, and the blinds are going up, and this is going to be real interesting right now. Could be a battle of who's got the biggest heart, who's got the biggest set of something.
To raise now to, I think it's 300,000.
Yes.
That's Jeremy that you hear in the background, our tournament director.
And he's playing in C3 is Milos Ivanisevic, 43,000 lifetime cashes. No cashes though prior to August of 2014. He made one of his scores with 35,000. I don't think Mike led with the intention of folding.
No. He's all in.
Yeah, he's
all right, who's got the made flush right now?
I don't think anybody's got the made flush right now. My guess is Mike's got a good diamond and potentially a pair to go with it. I think Milos was just raising in the hopes that he could get a fold. I don't think he was ready to go to war. He doesn't have the look of their stack sizes. They're 4th and 5th in stacks coming into today. They got awkward stack sizes to battle it out. I think this is a great play by Mike, whether he has it or whether he doesn't have it. And he clearly didn't flop the flush, and unless he's got a set here, there's no 2 pairs on this board. It's hard for him to call with like Jack 10 or something like that. That was his raise there was pretty much to see where he stands in the hand. And Mike takes it down, and that's a huge pot for him to win as far as where he stands in the tournament right now.
Yeah, so he's on TV later?
That's him, right?
No, that's Mike Yonan. Mike Yonan.
Right here. Yeah. All right, well, you are watching exclusive final table coverage here at the Ameristar Casino, East Chicago. It's James Larson and Dave Goodfriend hanging out with you. Any horse races going on today?
Oh my God!
Labor Day, huh?
It's a huge gambling day in the world of horses. It's the end of summer racing today. Closing day at Saratoga and Del Mar. And just so happens they both have pick 6 carryovers with mandatory payouts. We have, in addition to that, Golden Gate with a pick 6 carryover and a mandatory payout. And at Gulfstream Park, it's a sick day for gambling in the world of horse racing.
Yeah, and you're in here with me.
I'm hanging out with you because this is something I wanted to do for a long time. It's a big day on Derby Wars as well. We got our $100,000 game going there. Derby Wars, of course, is racing's biggest contest site, tournament site. It's kind of like DFS for horse racing, and very fortunate that my little seed is growing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you started that yourself.
I didn't start it myself. I was started in partnership. I'm one of the co-creators, but I'm one of the original.
I'm trying to give you a little more credit, Dave, you know.
No, but I'm just a small-scale shareholder, but things are working out. So far, so good. It's early. Here we go. Steve finally gets it in with his 7 or 8 big blinds.
All in. Go ahead.
Looks like 8's there. He doesn't look happy about it.
It's going up.
It's a flip, 50-50.
He flips, you got to win your HPT.
No?
Not that low. No. How many did you have to win?
Not very many. Not very many. I ran very well that weekend, and I stayed out of a lot of these pre-flop all-in confrontations, which in a way is a good way to play tournaments, because it's hard to win 70 or 80% 4, 5, 6 times in a row, let alone 50%.
All right, we go to the flop. It's 8, King, 10. So Steve, flops. There he goes. No reaction from Steve. You know, inside he's thinking, "Thank you, flop." Now the jack is
Trying to dodge queens for a split, or an 8 for the knockout.
It's a something of clubs. Oh, so close. But Steve is going to win that again and double up. A lot of reaction about it.
Yeah, he's doesn't have a lot of cashes, but when they happen right here on the HPT. Final table Tama in 2007, finishing 5th there. That was his biggest lifetime score of $18,000.
These plans surprised me. Like this, he says he's going to blow it. The father of 4 daughters, all beautiful. He says his daughter, is currently serving in the army. He's getting married at the end of September. So nice to have Steve back in the
Out in the middle of nowhere.
We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere here, too. Yes, I have some. I love that. Chicago, bar, the other place. It's always nice to be over here. A beautiful day outside, making her camera debut. Glad you're joining us here on Twitch. Again, if you have questions, send it to me.
And Mr. Larson, blinds have gone up 30-60 with a 10K ante, and I think that 10K ante is significant. That doubles the ante, so it goes from 25-50 with a 5 ante, so it's a 25-50, 45, 120 pre-flop. Now we go from 120 pre-flop to 180 pre-flop, 30-60 with it. And this is about as big of an ante in relationship to the blind with a third of the big blind as you get. And the pot's 3 times the big blind before the pot. So if you're dealing with a small raise, 2.5 size raise, you're actually getting plus money on opening if everybody folds. So this is a level really, if you can open up your game.
Now, did you have any different strategy when you made the final take of the HPT one that you won initially?
Regarded as the tax bids and Steve let's get Steve around the bar.
Stay the hell away from Sean Roberts and Joe Cato.
Yeah,
try and get myself in as many hands against Vinny as I could. But it was really that I wanted to avoid Sean. And I wanted to avoid Joe as much as possible. Even though I had position on Joe, I didn't want to play him in Joe's position. He's just too good.
And I said it to you last night, Sean Roberts was one of the best players in this nation. Forget about his resume. We were watching him on TV last night. Just the way
his presence
of the table. You know,
he's just so tough.
He's so tough. He's one of the best.
You never know where you stand in the game. He could have it, he could not have it, and that is the toughest kind of poker player to play against. There's a lot of quote-unquote good players that are aggressive players, but you pretty much know their style and how they're playing and what they're likely to be, more likely or less likely to be doing. But when a player is really, really good, like a Sean Roberts, you just don't know. And it's amazing what he's done since then. Last night you said it was his 9th final table. Since then he's made like 3 or 4 final tables and won a couple more.
That's so good.
Let's see what we got here. Heads up to a flop. Super Twan, pair of 9s, pair of spades.
Joe Cata, 9s are his favorite starting hand. That probably one of his World Series. The final hand, I'm almost positive. I'm not sure he likes pocket ace, but he's like me. He loves the pocket nine. One of his World Series poker players. How about that? A 21-year-old kid. I think he was 21, the youngest ever.
He was.
At the time, WSOP main event champion. And we got to know Joe quite a bit over the years. And I want to say he final table like
He final tabled another Sony Eagle
event. He went out in tough fashion last night. I think Pocket Kings ran it into Ace Jack.
Ace 10 of it.
Ace 10. He was the third person in the pot. He gets it all in after a 3-bet by Joe. A raise by Joe and then
3-bet by somebody else.
Yeah, a 3-bet and then a 4-bet shove by Maldini. And he catches an ace on the river, not the flop.
We got a big hand going on here. Flushes could be made on the turn. Paired board. Jeremy here in seat. I believe that's Jeremy. Looks like he's playing about 1.5 million right now. Playing about a 30 big blind stack, and he's going to lead here for a big lead. Looks like about 300, 345, 245. Yellow chips are 25K, gray chips are 5K. Kenny's down to 700. Looks like Kenny's got $1 million behind here, so he's going to have less than a pot size bet behind if he calls and goes in the river.
Have you played a lot against Kenny?
I have. He's fun.
Yeah, I saw him play too. And he was having a good time, that's for sure. It's great.
He's been extremely quiet so far today. I don't know, maybe he doesn't have talking chips yet?
Yeah, you know, I see that usually early on. I've seen some of the shows that talk the most. We're going to have fun, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. The red light comes on, and just kind of get a little shy at first. But,
the only thing I'll say here about Kenny, most of his results came before the last couple of years. He has not had the same kind of success results-wise in 2014 and 2015 as he did in the previous 5 years. He's going to give this one up, and Jeremy's going to take it down.
We're coming to you from the Ameristar Casino Hotel in East Chicago, located just adjacent to the
Beautiful hotel.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice little workout area for last 2 days. I've actually a lot's changed on the HPT. I mean, and if people knew us back in the day, now we're waking up. I woke up at 8 o'clock, Ken Hammer, and I had breakfast, and I went and worked out. I mean, the party's kind of all but over. But we're just 25 miles from downtown Chicago, and we've got great games right here in the Chicago metropolitan area. 56,000 square foot casino, 258 rooms, the fitness center we talked about, 6 dining rooms, 2 lounges. It's just a great place.
Without question, in this northwest quarter of Indiana, by a mile, it's the nicest hotel. Not even close.
And that Stadium Sports Bar and Grill.
Tremendous.
Good food down there.
Good time last night.
Yeah, it was. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The monitors on the TV show. We all got to sit down. We had a lot of fun. And if you're watching this here in the Chicago area, that episode will be coming up one week from yesterday, 9 p.m. Contest Sports in Chicago, and we'll see Dave, good friend, take down the title.
I got to imagine we're going to start seeing some fireworks here. The blinds and the antes are just too big for not there to be any knockouts, and I think once the first knockout comes, you're going to see a couple in swift succession after that. Mike opens here from cutoff.
432 players, 45 spots, with a prize pool just over $619,000. One of the things we talked about this sports series, our structure change has been so helpful to making it better and more people showing up and just more people playing again because they love the sport.
It's a real poker tournament. I mean, it's changed so much over the years. 30K in starting stacks, 15, 40-minute levels on day one, hour levels on days 2, and at the final table, and plenty of play. And it's a great structure. It gives you a heck of a chance, and there's more way than one way to skin the cat in a tournament with hour levels on day 2, day 3. You don't have to be a psychopath. You can you can play quote unquote normal or regular poker and do it.
Right now over there in Colorado at Blackrock, it's just home first. I got to figure it out.
I would take the over on 700. Yeah, I think it's going to be low 700s.
We got a text from Larry Ormson, one of our players from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah. Hello Larry, if you're watching.
I hope Larry is watching today. He's probably actually on a boat
Great
somewhere
guy.
drinking champagne, if I had to guess.
We had a champagne-filled dinner at the Aria this year. Great guy.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Loves playing the HPT. I haven't seen him much lately. I know he's been busy.
Traveling. He was in Barcelona.
Yeah, he was. You're right.
Interesting, the gentleman at Nancy Josidoric. It's funny how some venues or some events people tend to do well, and when you do well in one, you do another one. And Joe, for example,
We're still in the lead with a sign here. Alright, let's see the turn card. Turn card is the 4 of spades. We're still in the lead with Lisa Parks, Peanut Island.